welcome to the Build a Batmobile series that we're doing with the FANHOME 66 Batmobile. We got plenty of kits to go through tonight. We got 9 through 14 tonight. We got 6. This is the most we've done on these. And, I forgot to put the background music.
Hank Solo's in the house. Hello, family.
Hello, sir. I'm doing night driving. And, don't normally do that on the Batmobile builds, but we'll do it for the night since Hank Solo is part of the family. Family. Alrighty, let's see. On the number 9, we get episode 9, Zelda the Great, February the 9th, 1966. Get Batman number 1, 1940. That's moving really quickly since we got 6 kits to go through up here. Normally go through a little more detail than like the information they give you in the magazines. I do like the fact they give you these little informational booklets. It's really kind of cool. It's like something you can collect. They're like comic book size. I haven't checked if they fit in Silver Age or not. Looks like about Silver Age comic size. It looks like we're going to be working on and hopefully completing the engine this time around. In this kit, we got the cylinder head, exhaust manifold, and valve cover. See the Lincoln logo for the Lincoln Futura.
Got some weird audio feedback happening. And Name Withheld is here. He says hi, everyone.
Oh, good thing I didn't take my calipers downstairs because we got measure and cut some tubing. 100 millimeters, 90 millimeters, 80 millimeters, 70. And work on this kit.
Looks like we're going to start working on the cylinder head this evening.
Yep.
Am
I coming through on the mic okay?
You got a weird audio feedback.
I'm getting
like a jet engine. Now you don't. That was weird.
It was next to the external hard drive.
That'll do it.
It's probably picking up the hum of the spin.
Yep, it's cleared up now.
I need to I got a stand for this mic. I just need to set it up there more and have the stand here.
Yeah, it wasn't there when you started it, and then it started up.
So we'll get this kit open and get the kit out.
This first pack is the cylinder head.
This is number 9. These are AM screws, AP, and CM. Nice to be able to finish off the checklist to be able to complete the engine.
Yeah. Are the screws magnetic?
Are the screws magnetic? They are not, but the screwdriver, I usually keep a magnet attached to the screwdriver, which are magnetic.
Always helps me when I'm doing little stuff if I can put a magnet on my screwdriver.
100%. That's what I do too. It's like these are all the extra screws we had from previous kits. They give you more than the screws that you need, which is great.
Yeah. They're tiny, easy to lose.
So we get the battery cable we fixed up before. We get the starter. And this is a bracket we didn't use from last time. Hopefully we'll use that tonight. Cylinder head out. The valve cover, both. One is metal, one is plastic. The cylinder head's metal and the valve cover is plastic. We need AP screws.
Well, I tell you, this last week it sure let us know it was summer here.
Yeah.
All the ants started looking for food everywhere.
Oh, I had to spray my office in where I'm at right now. It's used to be a sun porch. The previous owners, they turned it to not like closed it. Well, it used to be part of the deck, and they turned it into a sun porch, and I turned it into an office. And that right? Yeah. I'll have to see how I feel for the next round of kits, because
It'll be after your surgery, won't it?
yeah, I'll be having carpal tunnel surgery on my left wrist on the 10th. Then July on the 8th, all right one. That's easy enough. I need AM for the exhaust manifold. It's easier for me just to cut these bags open and try to open them because my fingers don't work good.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll work better afterwards. The exhaust manifolds are plastic. I would have thought they would have made these out of metal. Right side. Just that way.
I had a die cast, part of the die cast figure that I got fell away, right? You know, it's supposed to be just kind of pressure fitted in there to the other die cast part. Part of it fell off. So what I did was I took some of the clear plastic from the packaging and put it in there and then pushed the two pieces together. And I was able to cut it away with an X-Acto knife right along the seam. So it's just pressure fit in there with the plastic. But it keeps it from falling off, and no glue required, so that if I ever have to take the thing apart again, do it without any problem.
Oh, cool. We're putting spark plugs in. This goes over here.
We're talking about die cast.
Spark plugs go in these little holes through here. And this is the... No, it's a radiator feed pipe, not a fuel pump. That goes in this little spot here. So what it is, we're cutting spark plug wires. I have this cable here tonight. We got the distributor on last month. And this will be the plug wires. That goes that way. And we got spark plugs.
So, this is pack number 9 for episode number 9.
Yeah, this is pack number 9.
So, Zelda the Great, episode of Batman
Stage 9, what they call it?
And the first season. First airing February 9th, returning on June 22nd, 1966. It begins the story of Zelda the Great, a magician whose fading career has led her to crime. It's her story concluded with the line, "A death worse than fate."
I wonder if that's where they got the name for Zelda on the video game.
I don't know. I kind of doubt it.
I think the 66 Batman definitely predates Zelda.
Let's see.
CM screws next. Goes in there. I don't need an angle no more.
Yeah, but the connection between where Zelda the video game was made and Zelda the Great could be something else.
Out of the way. CM screws.
So the name Zelda, girl's name of German origin meaning gray fighting maid. Classified as an early beauty, Zelda has long and often been used as such for characters in books and films since 1986. Zelda has been a prime Nintendo game, Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess.
This is pretty straightforward. It's going to take the longest is cutting all the spark plug wires. Gather up all the extra screws. That's pretty cool. And now entire wires. Good thing I'm procrastinating about taking the calipers downstairs.
Yeah, maybe.
I did use them when I was measuring out the belt buckle piece. I measured the old one I took off before I printed it. Before I screwed up my printer. Yeah, but it looks nice.
Apparently, the name of the chief of police in the series was Mike O'Hare.
Oh yeah.
I did not remember that. Of course, I only saw the show on reruns when I was really, really little. A bit before my time.
I watched it in reruns too. Of course, it came in '66, so I
Yeah.
wasn't born until '77. So
Yeah, I was born after that, so.
'90. They give you extra tubing too, so
I wonder if you hit that with a heat gun real quick, if it'd make it straighten out.
probably could. It's downstairs. So.
Oh,
The workstation.
the pains of not having all your tools in one place. I feel that.
Yeah. Well, I've set this workstation up just for doing this. And now we need a 100. And 101 would be fine.
Yeah, it's easier if it's a little bit too long than if it's a little bit too short.
Yep. You want to get her fire in order, right?
I went to replace the what was it that I replaced? Basically like the thermostat at the on the 3D printer for the filament printer, and the cord for that was just a little bit shorter than I would have liked. Made it very difficult to install.
First plug wire down. Alright. Next one's the 80. He goes there.
It's called a thermistor temp sensor. That's what it's called.
Don't want to mess my firing order up.
Nope. Then it wouldn't run. Which is already a problem they sometimes have with Batmobile on that show, from what I understood.
Well, that's it. Like the screws are loose. Tighten those up.
You got a screw loose, huh?
Yeah.
I've been told that before.
Just lost my coolant tube.
You lost your cool,
Yeah.
and you got a screw loose.
The 90 goes. No, that's the 80 in the wrong place. 90 goes. 80 goes there. 90 goes. Put the coolant tube back on in a minute. That goes. Actually works out good too because the wires need to go underneath this. It's pumped off. You need to go in your hole.
Apparently, Zelda the Great is in the episode 10 also.
That's number 9 down. To number 10. The episode should be episode 10.
A death worse than fate.
February 10th, 1966.
This is the follow-up episode of Zelda the Great, where she kidnaps somebody and then demands money from Bruce Wayne.
For the comic book modern era, we got opening night. Detective Comics 843, year 2008. And for classic book, we got 1948 era Batman. We're doing just like the intake manifold. Intake manifold bracket, vacuum line fitting, pipe, carburetor base, carburetor middle, plug assembly, thermostat choke, vacuum line outlet, fuel inlet, throttle body, flat needle plug, vacuum line, bracket, throttle body, throttle control lever.
Apparently, on the opening night comic book, act of sabotage caused an explosion at a volcano-themed nightclub.
It seems a fitting place to have an explosion.
Yeah. Apparently, it was opening up right down the street from the Iceberg Lounge. Penguin must not have been very happy with that.
So we're all engine tonight. the other valve cover and stuff, like number 9, mirror number 9, and the other half of the engine block we did last time. We got AP screws this time. DM screws. That's the fuel line.
Apparently, the opening act that night was the Canada Zatara.
H. Zatara?
Yeah.
As in, Zatara.
Dr. Fate's daughter?
Yep.
Yeah. I thought he knew her before that.
Well, different continuities.
Oh, yeah. It gets confusing.
Yep.
That's why I don't read comic books anymore.
H.
It's too difficult to keep straight which,
Yep.
what's going on. Because there's no coherent history.
H. It's got a half moon crest, half moon hole, peg. So they go in. Slide in. There we go. This will screw into take manifold. Take manifold is plastic. AP screws. 4 go in here.
It's kind of twisted. Apparently, the culprit was Scarface, the puppet.
Yeah.
And Peyton Riley is the ventriloquist. I always thought that used to be a guy.
It was. I saw that. I was looking at it. It's like they look like there's different ventriloquists. I guess they bumped them off or replaced them.
Weird. Anyway, apparently the puppet Scarface has got some kind of romantic entanglement with Peyton Riley because in a fit of jealousy, he attempts to murder Bruce Wayne because he thought Bruce Wayne was hitting on her.
So, wouldn't it mean that you try to kill Bruce Wayne?
That would mean that she tried to, yeah, well, I mean, split personality you express through a puppet might need help.
Dude keeps letting all the crazy people in Arkham.
Just concentrate them all in one place so they can get weirder with each other, I guess.
Give me 10J and 10I. That's these two. 10. J's got the port. The other one's got a post.
SDA is here. This is families. Well, he says families.
Hello, sir. Oh, shit.
Good night, everybody. Did you drop something?
Yep.
Hey, what happens?
Live. Brought to you live.
Speaking of cool cars, got that Ramen Racer in the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty neat. Like it.
I'm looking forward to getting mine, but mine probably won't be here till August.
No.
Because I bought both versions.
I was supposed to get my Atom, whatever it's called, today in the mail, which is supposed to arrive by 8 p.m. It has not arrived yet. That gives them 30 minutes.
Cut this into 2 lengths of 60 millimeters.
I feel like the Ninja Turtles. Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds.
I'm going to cut it to 63, so I have enough wiggle room. All right. Should slide on here. Yay.
We'll be right back in just a moment.
Carburetor base. Goes in over here.
That was my mail arriving.
Oh yeah.
Yep, got a box here, but it's that package I was just talking about.
Come on. You know what?
Have you received your Adam Super Strong yet?
No.
No. I love.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I love the box. There's the box, right? The shipper.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's there's a regular shipping box and then a shipper box on the inside of that, and then the clamshell or whatever.
Definitely recommend when you're putting this piece on the 10i. I plugged it into 10f before I plugged it into the base because otherwise it was not lining up. So push it in that way.
Clamshell is nice and resealable on this.
I'm looking forward to getting them, seeing how they are.
So if you wanted to make like a custom of something and then put them back in there to ship them, that would be pretty ideal for that. Yeah, hopefully my groceries arrive here before too long.
TNG.
I think the other package that arrived should be my shish kebab skewers for the grill that I ordered the 1st of May. Forever to get here. Three-day shipping. More like 3-week shipping.
10G. This is 10G. Wish they had some. They got like a guide where you look at the pictures, but I wish they were the parts were stamped with letter or something, so you can make it a little easier.
That looks like the recipe for a bad.
So you're cutting them. Like when you're a kid, you take them. First time you try to build a model, you take all the parts off the screw, and you're like, before you even look through the instructions.
That you only do that when you're a kid?
Normally, yes.
Well, you know, some people learn slow.
This goes over here. I've seen a lot of people, they'll not touch these kits until they get like the entire run, then they'll build them.
I can understand why.
Yeah, because you got to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
And this goes on to the carburetor.
That's not what I expected. kind of has a soft rubber overlay on the torso.
Soft rubber overlay on the torso.
So the torso is real. It's like vinyl almost. So it's really, it's like the upper, yeah, it's kind of squishy.
So he's got squishy moves.
Well, I mean, they got enough plastic underneath it. It's more like it's the part where the ribs meet the abs.
There.
The neck is also the same material.
I'm gonna chase the thread before I try to put that on there because it's an awkward part. Go ahead. Your screws end up like threading the holes on some of these parts. So it's best to start a screw in there, then back it out to make it much easier on yourself.
So the shoulder has the regular hinge in the shoulder. It's got a ball on a ball hinge, which is attached to the torso piece.
This. Shorter one goes on this side. The longer one goes over here. That. I'll feed up underneath this cable. Into this little. Okay. One piece left here.
Oh, we got a good range of movement.
Go into your home.
What part are you building now?
This is the bracketry. It goes underneath the intake that'll connect it to the engine block. This is the intake manifold. And we've just got it together. Now we're putting the screws for the bracket. The next step is to bolt this to the half of the engine we got done. That's when we'll use the DM screws.
The what kind of screws?
DMs. Dungeon Master screws. Okay. We got these. Cool. Now we take the engine block. Slide this in here. This is the first time that they've not given me extra screws.
Good thing you had all those extra screws from last time.
Or is it just... Oh, no. I just use one screw. This other one will be when I screw the engine block together. So this one, don't put a screw here. This one, the two has the engine go together. There we go. Getting something that looks like the engine now. There. That's looking cool. Alright, let's set that to the side. Yeah, gather up some more leftover screws. Oh, we got one more thing to do. We're going to connect some fuel lines. Take the fuel lines we just put here. One's fuel, these are vacuum lines. Sorry. Connect the right vacuum to the engine. These go to the vacuum advance on the distributor. There we go. Now that finishes up kit number 10.
Very nice, very nice. So now we're on to number 11. Riddle a day keeps the Riddler away.
Yes, sir. February 16th, 1966.
There's no synopsis for this episode.
It's one where the Riddler ties Batman and Robin to giant whirling wheels. Okay. We got 2008, The Joker comic. Looks much like a Heath Ledger.
Makes sense for that time period.
We got 1949, Batman, Detective Comics, Star Spangled Comics, issues, and Batman. And we're going to be working on the other half of the engine. We got engine block, motor mounts, 11 fuel pump, fuel filter, fuel pump hose, oil filter, oil pump. Nice. They're throwing the screws away.
Don't throw those away. They're important.
Then we got fuel line. EM screws. Mount. Goes onto engine. Right here. Fitting. Beach. Fuel pump. Fuel pumps, right? Just pushes in. There's no screws on that. Come on. Flint. Got the old pan we put together before. That will go on. So AP screws. The right screw might help.
Yeah, they can be handy.
line it up for. Connect that full tube we did so many a good while back to the old pump. Okay. Fuel pump, be a fuel pump.
Nice.
Fuel filter.
Batman's got a gold fuel filter, huh? Throwing that money around, isn't he?
Yes, sir. Gee, I wonder who could afford all this really expensive stuff Batman's got.
Yeah. Could be that millionaire guy. Billionaire guy.
Well, this originally was a millionaire because nobody even conceive back then anybody could ever be a billionaire. Take the fuel pump hose.
According to the internet, Bruce Wayne from DC Comics has $9.2 billion. An estimated fortune around $9.2 billion.
Oil filter goes inside of the block. Fuel pump goes here. That finishes up that part. Gather up screws. Can't see the magnet no more hardly. Got a little bit of spot there. Issue 12. When the rat's away, the mice will play. February 17th, 1966.
Take it that they did these in sets of tubes for their episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Because that also, it's the Riddler in that one also.
Took a little fun facts like Wayne Manor, the stately manor on the outskirts of Gotham City, is ancestor home to Bruce Wayne. His young ward Dick Grayson has Aunt Harriet Cooper and butler Alfred. One of my favorite storylines, the Broken Bat, the Nightfall.
Yeah, I remember that one. I'll be right back. I gotta bring my groceries in real quick.
Mm-hmm. Master Plan. People want to talk bad about comic books in the 90s. I'm sorry, they were good books. There were a lot of good stories happening in the 90s. Seam screws, AP screws, EM screws. Cut some more spark plug cables. First step, put the valve cover onto the cylinder head. Radiator feed line.
I gotta love grocery delivery.
What happened?
I said I love grocery delivery.
Ah.
If I go out in public, I always run into can't go anywhere without running into people.
That's with grocery delivery services like that too. It's like they'll work remotely. It's like, yes, those really nice homes in Japan. It's looking really tempting.
Yeah.
Especially you can get like a huge house for like 60 grand.
Yeah. But you'd have to get like a visa. I don't know how all that works. I never tried to immigrate into place, but and you have to be able to find a job.
Well, I was gonna say, if I can work remotely, I can just keep the job I have.
Yeah.
There's people that are working in my department living in other states now. So it's not unheard of.
When we went back from everybody being remote, there were a few positions that were offered that would stay remote, but I opted to go back into the office.
Yeah.
Some things is just easier to do in person.
Yeah. What's happening too a lot in Japan? I watched the James May Man in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
The Japanese youth do not want to live in small towns anymore.
Nope, they want to live in the city.
Yep. They want to be in the city, so.
Well, and it's like the younger population is really shrinking in Japan and China, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm. Well, they actually allow people to live in non-nationals to buy homes in Japan now. They used not to allow that.
Yeah. If I were going to move someplace, that would be someplace I would consider.
I don't know. I got my screws mixed up. That's not it.
Was it not fitting?
Well, I got them mixed up. Wasn't paying attention. I need to listen.
You did what I do. You opened all the parts. They had a new kind of chocolate-covered ice cream bar called a Star Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Which has like chocolate shell with like Rice Krispies in it, some caramel swirls or something. Pretty good. I had to try it before my kids came back because they will be gone tomorrow. The ice cream bars, not my kids.
That is not the right screw.
Mm-hmm.
That is not the right screw. It's too big.
It's one of the nicest things about being on vacation is that when they're at my ex-wife's place, they still come to my place during the day.
That's it. That's the ticket.
So I still get to see them every day. Except for Saturday, and every other Saturday and every other Sunday.
Ooh, looky here, we're connecting the transmission. Oh, forgot to put the plug bars in.
I'm not familiar enough with the old Batman show to know if you ever get to see the inside
Of
of
the car?
hood. Yeah.
Oh, under the hood? Oh. I don't know. I can't remember. Sure, I'm putting the plug wire pieces on the right way.
Name withheld. Said the 90s had a lot of great comics and also gimmicks like hologram covers and comic books with a hole through them.
Oh, yeah,
comic book had a hole through it.
That was Malibu Comics. They actually did like a storyline where basically one of the characters gets killed and gets a hole blasted through his chest, and the whole book has a hole through it. The cover is the character like
With
shot
a
in the
hole
chest.
through 'em. Yeah.
I remember that.
That's a interesting graphic reminder for the reader on every page.
Mm-hmm.
Must have missed that comment when it came through. Just been in the kitchen putting groceries away.
Transmission there. Oops. I used the wrong screws in the cylinder head. Oopsie.
Are they close enough, or do you go back and take them out?
I'm not going back that far, hopefully. I should have some to fit. I got so many extras from previous. Okay, we got ready to put the engine block together. I lost the plug wire again.
We're going through 12 this evening.
14 actually. We're on 12.
14 this evening. Crack Cow Mafia says, "What's up?"
Hello. That is my nephew.
Got several S's and several P's in there.
I think it's what's up?
What's that from? Scary Movie?
That's it from the famous commercial.
Oh, I remember it from Scary Movie.
They were. That's where the Scary Movie got the idea from. That's from the commercial.
And then also the guy with little tiny baby hand.
It's a strong hand.
When he started mixing the mashed potatoes with it, I was like, nope. I don't care when you wash your hands. You don't stick them in somebody's food. The classic train collector says, "Good evening."
Good evening, sir. Okay, we get that.
I always liked model trains, but never had the space to put one up.
My uncle was big into them, and I remember one of the few summers I got to go out there when I was a kid, and he had the big train set. And they took me to the hobby shop.
I'd say it is one of the more pleasant ways to travel.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as fast as flying, but it's. I don't like Greyhound buses. They're not comfortable, and every time I've been on a Greyhound bus, the bathroom breaks down, and sometimes the air conditioner goes out. I just had a lot of bad experiences with Greyhound buses.
Gotta find screws that'll fit now since I used the wrong ones. Where's my spool of screws?
Classic train collector says he owns a 1997 Lionel steam locomotive.
Oh, sweet. I'm not good. Tip for everybody building this: don't mix your screws up. That's one.
A good looking steam engine on that train. Very, very classic look to it.
Ooh.
What you'd expect. He also owns a Lionel Hogan's Express and the Vision Line Union Pacific 4014. Are you going back and replacing those screws?
I found some screws on my magnet here that worked. Since they give you extra screws, so they will find the ones I needed.
Yeah.
Alright, we got that much of the engine done. Now we need to do the plug wires again. Good day. This is some long ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost the plug wire again. Needle nose when I'm doing this.
I recognize those as a pair of flush cutters.
Yep. Being very gentle and use them as pliers. Straighten it up my wire before I cut it.
I have a tendency to break those accidentally.
Use them for what they're not supposed to be used for.
Yeah. I mean, you can get them they're cheap. They're like $4. Not that I like to keep replacing them all the time, but sometimes you just need them for something that they're not meant for. And sure enough, you break them. I got a real long one there, huh?
142. Well, it's 140, but I'm going to cut it 142. All right. Well, I need to take a break for a second.
Okay.
So I'll be right back.
So we're going all the way to 14 this evening. Episode 13 is the 13th Hat, which will have the Mad Hatter, played by David Wayne. And that episode was directed by Norman Foster. 1966 series seems to be, it's like every couple of shows they have a different director. Robert Butler, Don Weiss, Norman Foster, Tom Gries, Gries, Murray Golden, William A. Graham, James Sheldon, Leslie H. Martinson. So and the list goes on. Got a lot of different directors for that show. I wonder why they had so many different directors for each episode, or each couple episodes.
Okay. Next is the 110. worked out good.
Did those slide on there pretty easy?
Yeah, I just couldn't get my fingers in there to push on there with my giant hands.
Brave man using the flush cutters for that job.
Yep.
I would have accidentally snipped right through there.
The restroom's bad a second ago. I think I got that in the wrong spot. Oh no, unplug the wire over here. I'm get the fire. They're coming all off. My firing order is going to be all messed up. It's going to miss.
Wow.
Crap. Might be a good idea. They don't tell you to glue them. It might be a good idea to glue these things.
Yeah, I could see that.
I missed my extra light too from downstairs. The light I have above the workstation. I got a bright light here, but it's not as concentrated.
Yeah, sometimes the bright light makes all the difference. A lot of times when I'm doing small stuff like that, I either put my old man glasses on or get one of those magnifying lenses.
Oh yeah, I do have one of those here.
You got your old man glasses or your magnifying
Yes.
lens?
It's not charged up.
Oh, oh no.
I was like, darn it. Had my hopes up. Yeah, I'm mixing up the firing orders. Not like it really matters that much.
No, not something like that. If it were, a real functional thing, then
yeah,
you'd have to worry about it.
Can't hardly see to get on there. It's all black on black and all white. Bunch of wires. One left.
There's a mosquito in my house that keeps buzzing me. My head decided to land anywhere where I could swat them yet.
That video, that little reel I sent you earlier.
Yeah. That dude playing the slaps, or whatever you would call that. Oh.
There we go. One thing left is the coil wire.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all in. Pretty cool looking motor.
Yeah.
Engine, I'm sorry. Some people get finicky when you.
Motors are electric, engines are gas powered, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not overly technical. I knew what you were talking about.
There's the starter. I just put that on earlier. That's gonna go. Missed that. Yeah, there's the starter.
Classic Train Collector, you have a good night.
Have a good night, sir. Thank you for stopping by. And this is the grounding strap. The power that goes to the starter. Here. So the thing is, a lot of stuff would be better if you glued it, but I don't know where the final location needs to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not until you have everything put together. Might have to move something out of the way that requires you to unplug something.
Yep. We're on to number 13. The 13th Hat, the name of the episode.
Yep. It features the Mad Hatter.
The February 23rd, 1966. Mad Hatter wants revenge for his last incarceration, collecting hats and their wearers from the jury of 12 that convicted him. But his prize trophy is Batman's cowl. Dum, dum, dum.
I think they
Comic
took
book from 2003 in the Line of Duty. It's like a Gotham PD storyline.
Mm-hmm.
The year 1951, Batman's got a broken leg. And the crazy quilt.
Oh boy. He did have some pretty weird gallery of villains.
Yep. The original Red Hood.
Yeah. Isn't that just the Joker?
I think eventually it was revealed to be the Joker. I don't know if the original one was or not, but we're working on the front of the engine block. We got the water pump and the drive belt pulleys and stuff. Front of the center engine block. That is this kit. Not mixed up my screws this time.
Sounds like a good idea.
AM and RP screws. And UP screws. We got the dipstick here too.
It came with a dipstick.
Yep.
That's nuts.
All right. There's dipstick 2. Is it? No, that's not it. That is 13C crankcase oil filler pipe. Yeah, I'm not putting. It shows putting the dipstick on first, but that thing is so delicate. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna wait to do that when I put the other accessories on.
Yeah, seems like it'd be really easy to bust. Being that tiny.
Yeah. Definitely. The key? No, it's just a round pole. Oil filler cap. And now we can put the dipstick on.
No.
That goes in here. We need AM screws.
For a minute there, I thought the chat wasn't updating from StreamYard YouTube, but it seems like it's all right.
Yeah. I get these 2 screws in. I go put the dogs out, and I'll be right back. Do you see the Marvel Legends reveals today? The 3-pack?
The
Dr. Doom, Taskmaster, and Iron Patriot.
Cabal.
Yeah. Let me go let the dogs out, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, the Taskmaster and Dr. Doom I'm interested in. There's some good looking figures. So this Batmobile is 1/10 scale. Is there anybody out there who sells a 1/10 scale Batman?
The
10.
Iron Patriot and Taskmaster are much needed improvements. The Dr. Doom is basically the same figure we've gotten a few times, just with soft goods cape and a Doombot head extra.
Yeah, I don't have that particular Dr. Doom.
It is a great figure, though.
Yeah, it looks good. I was looking to see if anybody sold a 1/10 scale Batman action figure. It looks like mostly what we have in 1/10 scale for Batman is just statues.
Mhm.
Let's see, go Batman, scale, figures. That is not a figure, that is a statue.
Okay, I'm missing something.
Hmm.
They're leaving out a step or something other. That's it. After putting the front plate on the engine block, it says put the water pump. Then place the water pump on the cylinder front block. But how? It don't clip on to anything.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be magic. What the hell?
Bought a Batman figure a while back, a couple of years, I think was 1/10 scale, but he was not a 1966 Batman for sure. He had the purple inside of his cape. I can't remember what it was called or which company it was from, but he looked really cool. He's just out of scale with everything else. I was kind of hoping that they'd continue that series and put out like a Superman, Wonder Woman, and all that, but they didn't. So I just have this one weirdly sized Batman in my collection. It's a great figure. Details on it are awesome. It's just bigger than everything else.
This is messed up. We're going to use a bracket that we didn't use last time here in a second. We need a AM and a UP screw.
I always find digital renders of stuff in instruction booklets less helpful than photographs.
Yes.
I can't imagine there's much difference in printing price nowadays.
Okay. I think I got it figured out. This is terrible on instructions.
Yeah, I ran into that with the Optimus Prime, the Lewan or whatever it was. Optimus Prime. But the instructions in that booklet are so tiny, and then they're also digital renders, so it's really hard to tell because nothing's the color that you'd expect it to be. It's all like gray and yellow or blue.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least if it's MP10, you can actually just, it's an upscaled MP10. You can get instructions for it that way.
Yeah, well, that is the only Transformer figures I have. It will be the only probably one that I ever buy. It's the only one I need.
Pretty much a true 1/12 scale Optimus Prime.
Yeah, sucker's huge.
And that is terrible instructions on. You got to use the generator bracket that you didn't use from the last set of kits to attach the water pump.
Yeah, that makes it more difficult to follow along.
Yeah.
When you're using pieces that you didn't even get with this kit.
Which is great for people that need the instruction, that need this. I'm figuring it out for you.
Yep. It's a good thing they'll have this video.
Now we're going to put together the balancer. We got that one.
I'm gonna go get some water and I'll be right back.
Yep. I H G okay. RP screw. Just got one kit left for this. Hopefully there's something to do with more screws in the water pump. Wish they would have more of this kit. This is be a pain in the butt about staying on. It is the battery cable for the starter. That's almost the whole engine done. Oh yeah, we got more drive accessories for the engine. And these screws go into the water pump. There's 2 screw holes. Nothing in them right now. Kit number 14. Batman stands pat. What? That's a weird name. February 24th, 1966. Mad Hatter wants Batman's cow for his collection and will stop nothing to get it.
Pushing that mute button is a little bit, iffy. Forgot I was muted.
The comic book series is Batman R.I.P. 2008. A lot of the story is coming from 2008.
Yeah. It's a good year for Batman, I guess.
We did have the Nightfall, so that was 90s. 1952, Batman, Detective Comics. And we are working on the front accessories. Hopefully we're getting some screws going into that water pump. There's 2 screw holes. We got EM screws, BP screws, RP screws, and UP screws. We got compressor front pulley, compressor pulley center, pulley rear, fan blade A, fan blade B, C, power steering bracket A, power steering bracket B, power steering pump, pump cover, power steering pulley, power steering reservoir, belt. Oh, we got the fan belt.
Nice.
Cool. First, we're going to put together the power steering and pump assembly. There's 2 types of screws, and you got some screws in here. I don't know why they didn't put all the screws in the tray. Got a little spot for a little bag of screws, but they didn't put them all in here. AM screws first. We use a lot of AM screws in this. That's the main screws. First, I say that, and we're only using one on this round of accessories. Bracket assembly. That goes like that. And this goes like so. And the screw goes right here. And boom goes the dynamite. I wonder how the other kits are going to be. Like those next month going to be 6 kits. Or I figure they got to ramp them up because 120 stages. They can't be sending like 2 or 3 stages at a time. Like this one said, they sent 6.
Yeah.
$14J. I'm sorry, that's 14I. You need 14J. Oh, 14J, get down there.
What is mulligatawny soup?
What now?
According to this, Batman 701, mulligatawny soup was Batman's favorite food.
Probably they probably found. They thought it sounded exotic, and so they gotta make it Batman's favorite soup.
Mulligatawny means pepper water.
Pepper water.
And curry is the particular ingredient that gives this just such delicious flavor.
I wouldn't mind having some curry.
I like curry. You got half cup chopped onion, 2 stalks of celery chopped, 1 diced carrot, half a cup of butter. Of course, if they're making Indian food, it's probably ghee, not butter. Ghee's like clarified butter, but it has a slightly different flavor. 1.5 tablespoons all-purpose flour, 1.5 tablespoons curry powder, 4 cups chicken broth, half apple, cored and chopped, 1/4 white wine rice. White. Oh boy, my dyslexia is getting me. 1/4 cup white rice, no wine. 1 skinless, boneless chicken breast, halved, cut into cubes. Pinch of dried thyme, salt and pepper to taste. Half a cup heavy cream, heated. Sounds good.
Or peas.
It's a nice simple curry.
There's a curry place I go to when I go into the office. I get sweet and spicy pork curry. I get their hot sauce.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Like the Penang chicken curry. Let's see. So that was in Batman 701. In Batman the Animated Series, it was French onion soup. In Red Hood and the Outlaw #6, he sits with Jason and eats a hamburger. All back to their first meeting in Outlaw. Red Hood and the Outlaw #1 Rebirth. At the end of Kingdom Come, he orders a steak well done, which I don't know.
That's just madness.
Yeah.
That just goes along the theory that Batman is just a crazy person.
At the point where you're cooking it well done, you're basically cooking all the nutrients out of it, aren't you?
It's like, you don't.
And as hard as a leather boot to eat.
There's your power steering assembly.
And Young Justice, he wanted devil's food cake for dessert.
There we go.
And he even liked the piece of pepperoni pizza that Mikey offered him in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover.
This is what holds on the rest of the water pump. Magical instructions on that last set. It's like, oh, stick your water pump on the front.
Yep.
How?
Apparently, the cucumber sandwich that Alfred makes for him are special. They were his father's favorite. And it was a bonding moment between him and Dick Grayson, apparently having a special cucumber sandwich. And in Lego Batman, it was Lobster Thermidor. snacks, apparently cookies. It doesn't specify what kind. White chocolate cookies with cranberries.
Power steering pump is what holds on the rest of the water pump. Are these the same? Looks like all the belts are the same. They're elastic, so we can just stretch them. Make sure you don't twist your belt.
According to Cora, Superman's favorite food is a pretzel. She apparently eats with mustard.
Hot pretzels are awesome. Okay.
Apparently there are a couple comic books that show him eating pretzels with mustard. Number 2, Superman's favorite food, Ma Kent's pies, of course.
I love this. Tells you go ahead and put the belt on your power steering.
Then you have to take it off.
Then, once you put your fan blade on, then the next step shows put your other 2 fan belts on, which you can't do with the fan blade on.
Well,
So I'm gonna put the belts on now. Actually, no, I can't. I gotta put the pulley together first. What?
see. Superman favorite food number 3 is beef bourguignon, which I don't know what that is. Maybe I'm not very cultured. Let's look it up. Got beef in it, though. Also called beef burgundy, is a French beef stew.
Okay.
Braised in red wine, often red burgundy. And beef stock typically flavored with carrots, onion, garlic.
Interesting.
Roll onions, mushrooms, and bacon.
I guess you have to put the fan blade on. You just have to stretch the belt over top the fan blade.
So it looks like it's just like a basic beef stew without potatoes. At least not in that recipe. Oh, I think it may be served over mashed potatoes. Yep. Don't skip buttery garlic mashed potatoes. And apparently he adds ketchup to it, because of course, why not?
Okay, so it's got to snap in together first. Then you put this on.
Apparently, Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow, loves super hot chili.
I like chili.
I like chili too.
I make a good batch. I make some mean chili.
Apparently, Hal Jordan was not a fan of Oliver Queen's super hot chili.
Well, we won't be finishing the engine out completely because we got the water out inlet here. And I will probably end up having to go back and hitting a couple spots with glue.
Mm-hmm.
Down to like the symbol, because these little water outlets are finicky, and same with this like a battery cable here.
Yeah. They're wanting to fall out.
Yeah. Last step to do is put these fan belts on and we're done.
They included a recipe in a comic book for Oliver Queen's super hot chili.
Oh, yeah? Best batch of chili I ever made, I did it for a cook-off. And I used elk meat. Smoked elk. Ground elk.
Mm-hmm. I don't think this would be too hot.
So they lied.
Yeah, I mean, the only really thing that's hot in here is they got 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I don't know about putting basil in chili either.
Ooh, no. I'm gonna go with Hal Jordan and say not a fan of that chili.
No. There's some chili powder in there. The chili powder never seems hot to me. Yeah, the only thing that makes that chili hot is the teaspoon of cayenne pepper. But I'm gonna pass on never trying to make that. I like my chili recipe better.
Last fan belt.
Martian Manhunter likes the off-brand Oreos.
Yep. Chocolate's like a drug to Martians.
Yeah, called Chocos.
Yep. You gotta be kidding me. The spark plugs come loose.
I'm gonna have to use the restroom. Back.
There, get them back on. And the battery cable come off. That is definitely going to be annoying. I don't want to glue it until I know exactly where it needs to point. But there is our engine. It's the transmission, front drive accessories. She looks good. Everything's tight. All my extra screws got up. No extra brackets this time around. Everything's used up. And keep one done over here. Vacuum second. Vacuum advance came off the carburetor. There. Almost wanted to do some wire, give me like a little twist tie and put back here, tie my wires together. I probably end up going to put a little drop of glue on them too. This is going to get annoying. All right. She is together. We got a pretty nice engine. Get some heft to it too. All right, that'll do it for tonight with this build. Everyone in the chat, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us while we're building the Batmobile. Got quite a bit done tonight, 6 stages, and almost finished up the engine. And it's looking good. Just need to, before I do that, I need a couple extra turn on that fan. There. Make sure she's getting steady. All right. Now we got the Whip It this Thursday. And the Collector Fusion on Friday and the regular Whip It on Sunday. Get as much done as I can before be out of commission for a little bit. Anyway, thank you for time. Thank you for taking the time to join us tonight and watching the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch y'all next time.